So I wanted to make a quick video talking about different things about CGC, why they're having such tremendous lead times right now, the submission that I was supposed to send out and I haven't, and why, and what it's going to change, and also some represses and cleans that I'm going to be sending in. Just basically CGC on a Saturday night. You want to see what this one's about? Stick around. So welcome back, family. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. Basically wanted to hit on three topics for CGC tonight. One is, if anybody who's submitted lately, they've noticed that the lead times are getting longer and longer and longer. And I had a submission that they received. I go by their receive date, which is 2 weeks after I actually get the boxes when they open it and put it in the system. So I looked at the one receive date that they had for December 5th and one receive date that they had for January 12th. Now, taking into consideration that they had the holidays, we're still looking at a 5-week window. The difference between the submission numbers was 15,000 submissions. Now, that doesn't mean 15,000 books. That means 15,000 boxes arrived to them. And they've been getting a lot of the pre-screens. So each submission is 25 books, or in some cases it could be 50, it could be 100, it could be whatever. But I know that there are also going to be other submissions that are 1 or 2 books that are high grade. So let's just say on average, each submission is 15 books. There's a lot of pre-screens and a lot of 1 or 2s. We'll put it right in the middle at 15. That still means that in a 5-week window, they received 225,000 comic books that have to be graded and slabbed. Now, what does that mean to us? Well, first off, it means you're going to be waiting longer for the books. That's for dang sure. But second, it also means that our hobby is really bustling. 225,000 just by CGC in a 5-week window. That's not counting what went to CBCS, and God help you if it went to PGX. So, and one quick question is, what's the plastics that they're using for this? Everywhere's got plastics shortages because of COVID, and they're making these plastic screens and shields to keep between cashiers and people and everything else. But now they've had to come up with 225,000 more of these slabs and labels and people to do it. So I think that they may be trying to rush some stuff through, and that might be why stuff is getting damaged. I think they're trying to catch up and keep everybody happy. Yeah, and as a result, some things are going to get slipped through the cracks, and we wind up getting mad. Just bear in mind, that those guys over there are killing themselves, all right? So, but the other thing, though, is if we've got 200,000 plus CG slabs being dumped into our market every month, is that good or bad? Personally, I don't think that's very healthy for the modern book market, which is kind of funny because that's what I'm getting ready to submit anyway. Do I really think that 200,000 books are going into personal collections every month? I don't know. These pre-screens, I think, might be oversaturating the market. So just be careful when you're buying some of these 9.8s that are modern books are pre-ordering and everything. That I think in a year or 2 years, we're going to start seeing the census numbers, and they're going to be extremely high on a lot of these, and a lot of books are not going to hold their value. So just pick and choose what you want very wisely. Make sure that they are things that are close to your heart, because if you're just putting money into a 9.8 of a modern book just for spec, I have a feeling you might be disappointed. Well, that's my 2 cents on that. The other 2 things I wanted to talk about is a couple weeks ago I made my video of the books that I was going to be submitting to CGC, and then I went and repressed all these to make sure and cleaned them, and as I went through these I have eliminated a couple. One of them is my Thunderbolts #1. If anybody is ever going to buy this book from me, just bear in mind that from the staple down, spine split the whole way. It just split. So I took it out of the bag just to press it and looked at it and went, Well, that stinks. Okay, so I'm not submitting that one because that's not even worth the grading time. The Shuri #1, it's a great book, except it's got some kind of like a little fold down here that goes from here to here. I've pressed it twice, and I cannot get that out. So I'm not going to go crazy on that right now till I get this submission out, and then I'll practice with it some more, see what I can do. Maybe a little bit more heat. Maybe that will be the book that I try humidifying a little. We'll see how it goes. So my new book submission, I believe I'm at 11 books, and I did find a West Coast Avengers #45 in my collection with the white vision, which made me very happy. But I'm still sticking with the Star Wars #43. I'm still going to call this maybe... It came out nice except for this one corner, which has really some bad color breaks. I think the best I'm going to get on this is a 7.5. It's a newsstand edition, which at that time really doesn't really mean that much. It was at 1980, so it was all newsstand editions at that time. But it goes with my 42, and I just want it slabbed. So that becomes a personal thing for me, of course. ASM 328, Spidey with the Cosmic Powers. And this one actually came out really, really nice. This got a good shot at a 9496. Shuri #2, first print, to go with my Shuri #2, second print. And again, it's got a little dink in that corner. Everything else looks pretty good. I think it's got a good 9496 potential. Marvel Point 1, first appearance of the Sam Nova? One of the Novas? One of the Nova boys. But anyway, that's also a really great break. The 500 copy issue. This actually, it's still distracting to see everything that makes it look like a damaged comic book that's part of the print. So, but it really does look good. I did not do anything other than just wipe clean my Ice Cream Man Quarantine issue. It's way too thick, way too foily, and way too many ways for me to mess that up. My blacklight version of the Wolverine, I think it's #8. With the Venom through the claws. I'd love to see what this looks like in a slab. Okay, another really great book. Has anybody paid attention to the Star Wars #1s? I just happen to, once in a while I just go through and look to see how things are doing that I'm not really paying attention to. And I saw that my Thor 9.8 white page first print is up, selling like $250, $270 a piece. I went, when did this start spiking? And I looked at second print. Same thing. I'm like, I got this at an online auction for like, I don't know, $8 last year. Nobody cared about it. And it's in beautiful condition. So yeah, I pressed it, I cleaned it, and I'm sending it out. Wish me luck, everybody. The Gwenom and Carnage, I actually had that in one of my comic to go boxes, and I forgot about it. Yeah, I want that one in a slab badly. I did receive my Dark Knight's Death Metal #7, but this is the 1 in 100. This is the 1 in 100 incentive bonus one. It's black and white. I do have a regular copy, which I did order pre-sale for as a 9.8. Yeah, again, through one of the people that's submitting a whole bunch, and I think it was like $49.99, and I just love the book, and I wanted to get it. And The Last Witch, I got my Momoko in, and it really does look beautiful, and I wanted to get that one into a slab also. So that's what I'm going to wind up sending in. The other thing that I'm going to be sending in a completely separate thing, and I'm nervous as heck here because these books have already been messed up, but I'm going to give it a shot. I am sending in 3 CBCS books to be cracked, pressed, and cleaned. Not the quick press. I'm going for the full deal, and I'm not doing the quick turnarounds. I'm going to wait the 6 or 7 months or whatever it takes to come in. I was going to go originally with 5 books, but I decided not to go with my Star Wars Clone Wars #1. As Skeff pointed out, it's just too dang scary about getting a lower grade. And I like my, even though it's only a 9.4, it's still a 9.4. And yeah, no, it's part of my, I'm not, that book's not, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. So anyway, I am sending in 3 books. I am going to send in a Darth Vader, #3. First appearance of Doc Afra. As you can see, it's 9.0 white page, and they called for like a color rub and a light spine tick that barely breaks color. I'm sorry, I've looked this thing over top to bottom. I don't see it. I see a couple of very light spine ticks, but I don't see something that breaks color. And even for what they said, I don't think that the two things that they mentioned should knock it down to a 9.0. That being said, I want this cleaned and pressed and graded by CGC, so I'll actually have the more desirable case and label. Next one is ASM Annual number 16, which I got a 7.5 white page for. Now, don't get me wrong. I did not expect a 9.8 with this book. I did expect an 8.5. And I also did expect that they would have put the correct label on here, which they did not. They say newsstand edition. I don't care about that. What I care about is right here, $1.25. This is the Canadian price variant. I don't want to see newsstand edition. I want to see Canadian price variant because that is even rarer. So if I get this cleaned and pressed and get up to an 8.5 with a CGC label and it says Canadian price variant on it, I will be very happy. The last one is a big one because this book, I did not see any of the things that they say were wrong. And when it came back, I looked at the book and went, what the heck did they do? It's my Ultimate Fallout number 4. Isn't that a wonderful number? 7.5. I actually should keep that because it's probably one of the lower grades you'll ever see. But if you catch it in the right light, it almost looks like the book has a subscription crease. It almost looks like they folded the book. And there are no color break. Also in the description it says spine ticks break color. There are no spine ticks. Forget that they don't break color. There are no spine ticks on either side. This book, it looks gorgeous, except for the fact that from top to bottom, it just looks like it's got a crease all the way down. And that really, I'm like, no, that's not what I bought. That's not what I sent in, but it's what I got back. So I know that that's something that'll press out. Let's just say I don't get a 9.8. Let's just say I get a 9.4. A 9.4 CGC is a lot better than a 7.5 CBCS. Even if I get a 9. I'm ahead of the game. So I'm going to send these 3 in, and I guess sometime around, let's see, it's February now, Halloween, trick or treat, I'll get it back. So, are there any books that you guys have submitted in for cleaning and pressing? Are there any things that do you think I'm crazy with these? Do you think I should have fast-tracked it, which is still like 35 days on the pressing and 17 days on the grading? It would have knocked it down to like a month and a half and added an extra $30 a book? It wasn't worth it to me. Spend $90 to save that. Are you guys liking WandaVision? Oh man, I can't wait till Friday. I've been waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning before I go to work so I can watch the episode. That's how crazy I am about this. But yeah, I'm loving it. Hopefully you guys are too. But more importantly, I hope you liked the video. I hope that you hit the like button. Did you remember to do that? Did you click notifications? Did you subscribe? Did you even go one step further and share the video? If so, thank you very much. If not, I'll try harder next time, I promise. But in the meantime, as always, I'm out.